Playboy Cardi once said, "Wake up, it's the first of the month." And today on November 1st, we have Purdue Boilermakers hockey. Today they will be taking on the Butler Bulldogs in an ICHC matchup. My name is Quincy Bell. I will have all of the play-by-play action for you tonight. And joining me for game number 3 together, Aiden Vrotny. Aiden, how are you doing for tonight's matchup?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm really just excited to get back to it.
We're now going to listen into the national anthem.
You know, honestly, I'm just really excited to see see how these Boilers come back after that bye week they had last week. This Butler team is going to be a really tough one for them. You know, kind of the top of their division here, but they're looking to continue their hot streak. They're 2-0 right now, going 2-0 in their last home series. So I'm just looking for them to build on that momentum and see how they play against this tough Bulldog team.
Purdue took both games the last time they were out against Miami, Ohio, winning 4-2 and 3-2 respectfully. Butler yet to lose in regulation yet this year. They are currently 4-0-2. The main story for the Boilermakers tonight is Andrew Mitnacht, the true freshman from Mequon, Wisconsin, making his first career start tonight in net for the Boilers. Opposing him will be Micah Zile for Butler. Aiden, what do you think he's got to do? You know, maybe calm the nerves? What do you think's going through his mind before his first ever start?
You know, obviously it's kind of nerve-wracking first college appearance for the young freshman, just getting in front, getting a few shots blocked, and then really settling into himself. You know, Pascat did a okay enough job getting him through the first couple. He got a little banged up in the last series. It's just going to be good to see how Mitnock gets in and is able to handle himself at this level.
Bulldogs and Boilermakers were underway from Indianapolis. Quick shot there for Purdue, saved, and crashing into the net goes Cameron Daranek for Butler, and we have a quick stoppage.
Man, that happened so fast you barely had time to turn your neck to look at it. You know, quick shot by the Boilermakers there, and Butler flying to try and defend it.
The second line is out there for Purdue, Dunn, Toby, and Groen, and they will go to work. And something that Purdue did a really good job of in their games against Miami was protecting the blue line, keeping the puck in, and also the special teams. The special teams was a lot better. They were killing off penalties and scoring on the power play when they got those chances. They're coming off the bye week. They're going to look to continue those trends today against Butler, a team that has yet to lose in regulation, and already the Bulldogs are having a tough time getting the puck out of their own zone. Purdue will look for a change, and Butler will finally get it out all the way down, and it's going to be icing. Mitnock had his hand up. He knew it, so the puck will come back in to the offensive zone for the Boilers.
You know, already less than a minute in, and you're starting to see the way Purdue likes to play this game is get that puck in the offensive zone fast and get these shots off as fast as they can. It's worked out for them in the last home series. Let's see if they can repeat it.
Theodore wins the faceoff. Shot on, gets stopped before it can get to the net. Racing into the corner. Purdue, great chance in front there. Toby had it right in front, couldn't bang it home.
Yeah, it's hard to give up those opportunities. You had the goalie beat on his right side there, and you just weren't able to tap that in.
Puck is flipped out, and Butler's has had a tough time gaining possession so far to start. But now they gain possession in their offensive zone. They walk it in for a shot, and it's wide. A little bit of a lazy change there for Purdue. But the shot not on target for Butler. They walk it back through, sent to the side and wide. Keenan Dones couldn't collect it at the blue line for Butler. They regroup in their own zone and will look to dump it chase. Purdue able to recollect. Matt Wheeler trying to break it out. Pass through the neutral zone. There's a broken stick down near the penalty box. Referee has it in his hand, trying to get it out of the way. Wheeler walks it back, hands it off to Austin Rawlings, and now dumping it in will be Maricini, but the play was offsides.
Yeah, it's already starting to see how this game might pace out for these Boilermakers. The Butler's bringing it hard and fast right at them. So far, Purdue's done a good job of limiting their opportunities, but how long are you going to keep that up with the Bulldog team going so fast?
Logan Bain will face off against Maricini in the neutral zone face-off. It's taken by Butler. Some neutral zone passes. Now it comes to Purdue. Albertson looking, drops it off. Maricini will send it around the back. It's picked up by Rawlings. Sends it back to Maricini in the corner. Sent to the slot, and it's picked off by Bain, and he will clear it for Butler. Bulldogs looking to set up an offensive attack. Pass in front is taken away by Purdue, and now a big hit at center. Taken down to the ice was Doucette. Now we got a big battle near the penalty box. Bodies are falling to the ground. The puck is flung back behind Mitnacht, and Purdue will recollect as Butler looks for a change. It's still being fought for in the corner. Butler laying some big hits so far. Purdue's going to eventually get it out to neutralize it. It's flinged up, down, and back, and the Boilers will look for some fresh skaters.
Yeah, usually this top-line defense for the Boilermakers is pretty good. Aiden Owen and Jake Pickett, getting that puck out, giving the Boilers opportunity to get down ice. They're struggling a little bit here, but they're still doing a pretty good job.
Big hit on the sideboards by Matthew Goring. Took Nicholas Wade to the ground. And both these teams are coming out hitting hard. Goring takes a shot behind the neck. Puck set in front of the slot. And Ryder had a chance, but it just slipped off his stick.
Yeah, it's two missed opportunities right there for big shots, big plays. Just a little slipped up on.
Page, another big hit delivered by Goring. Terrific shift for him. He's going to come to the bench and look for a change. Butler just iced the puck, so it's coming back to the offensive zone for the Boilers. A lot of physical play.
Oh, yeah. I've seen
goodness.
A lot of bodies fly here in this first couple of minutes. And it's almost what you like to see from these two rival teams.
Toby will face off against Baltimore in the offensive zone for Purdue. It's won by Purdue. Long shot from the blue line, tipped in front by Dunn, but the puck gets above the glass and into the protective netting. That was a good chance. Those redirections are almost impossible to save for a goaltender. That one just not quite on target.
Both these offenses are really bringing it to their the opposing goalies, trying to get those opportunities, get those shots on goal, and maybe one goes in.
Toby wins another faceoff. He's 3 for 3 in the dot so far today, but Butler is going to recollect and clear it out to center. Now it's sent back. Back to chase for Butler is Cameron Daranek, who took the big slide and shot into the net on the first entry pass of the game. Now Butler walks it the other way. Chance in front, and a diving poke check there from Mitnacht, and the puck got away for a second. 4 minutes so far in this game. Nobody on the board yet.
And it's not for a lack of trying, to be honest. Both offenses are really taking it to each other, getting those shots off, and just nothing's gone by. It's credit to both goalies.
We got a little Waka Flocka playing in the arena, hard in the paint. And that is something that both teams you've definitely seen from them. They are crashing the net, trying to get to that painted area of the crease if they can, because that is where goals are scored. Puck set behind Mitnocht and picked up by Dan Wessel. Purdue walking it through center. Crossing over, dangling, and Butler comes in and breaks up the pass. Set back to center and blockered away by Zile, the goaltender for the Bulldogs. Now it's picked up, walking it in is Toby. Shot, and it's saved at point-blank range by the goaltender, Micah Zile.
That was some good defensive positioning by the Bulldogs there. You had two attackers on both sides, putting one defender right in the middle of them, blocking that passing lane and making him shoot and get the save.
Theodore wins the face-off. Purdue looking to recollect again. Long shot and another save by Vale. That was a tough puck to see. He had some bodies in front of him, but tracked it, and it was just right to the chest. Butler will win the draw off the tie-up, and they will look to recollect and clear. Frank says the puck right in front of him, but he wasn't looking for it. Now another shot is deflected wide. Purdue with a fair amount of offensive zone time, 5 minutes into this contest, and now they'll send it in and look for some more. Theodore taps it back at the blue line, cannot be kept in, and Matt Wheeler will drop it back. Purdue might try to be looking for a change soon, and they will. New defensive pairing on the ice is Owen and Pickett. Definitely the hardest hitting of the three Purdue defensive pairings.
Yeah, you love to see when those two are on the ice. They're really imposing their will on the opposing team. You know, against Miami, we kind of saw they're throwing their weight around, and it looks like they're going to try and do the same here with Butler.
This is a Butler team that has some fair weight of their own to throw around. We've seen some hard hits so far. Purdue looking to hand Butler what would be their first regulation loss. Puck collected in center, walking it in Maricini. Now he goes to the corner, long angled shot, saved, and the puck's tipped way up into the air and collected by Nuktovic for Butler, and he will clear. Purdue looking to collect and break out of the defensive zone. They will for the time being. It's set down and chased.
Whoa.
Man down
No
at
call
center,
there.
no tripping.
That was right in front of the linesman, too. No call. It's Boilers were looking for that tripping call.
I thought for sure we were going to see a hand come up. Purdue keeping it in, though. Vale with a save. It's blockered away to his left. Purdue keeps it in. Long shot from the blue line. Knocked away in front. Austin Rawlings drops it off for Maricini, trying to get it to the blue line, and Butler's able to clear for the moment. Troy Kirk drops back with it, gives it back to Rawlings, who's getting harassed as he's trying to enter the zone. Good defense there by Ben Barnhart of the Bulldogs. Butler walks it in the other way, and they work behind the net. Dan Wessel is back there providing a defensive presence. And now the Boilers will recollect and clear. Coming through is Goring with speed. In front, the shot is saved. Rebound is off the side of the net. Man, that was a great chance in front from Page and Goring. They were both crashing. Ultimately, Vale stands strong. Purdue has spent the majority of this first period on the attack. They are making their freshman goaltender, Andrew Mitnocht, making his life pretty easy so far in this first period. Great deke at center, and here come the Bulldogs, walking it through all the way to the net, and it's saved by Mitnocht.
You know, what a performance here by this Bulldog goalie. You know, stopping everything that's coming from him. He's had at least 3 men in his face the entire time, and I know he'll stop everything.
Goring walks in, no one's there to help him. And so Purdue will drop it back and get some fresh skaters on the ice. Toby lost it in the zone. Butler has it, passed in front, and it's blockered away. Mitten knocked with a good save. Butler's able to keep it in. Long shot from the blue line, deflected in front. Purdue has it the other way. They might have a chance. Coming through with speed is done, and he's taken down by 2 Butler defenders. They raced back to prevent the breakaway. Pickett can't glove the puck off the glass. It's set back, and Purdue will now look for another offensive attack. Toby battles in front of the Butler bench. Now it's sent out. Pickett walks it in with speed. Set to the slot. Back to Pickett. He shoots it. Saved by Vale. Rebound goes wide. Pickett gets it back. Sent in front. And Dunn can't get the shot as he's taken down. Purdue still has it. Pickett again fires a shot, and it's saved by Vale. Dunn works to the corner to keep it in. Groen battles, and now it's cleared again. Toby will go back to chase it.
You know, what an offensive play there by the Boilermakers. And an even better play by the goalie there, making multiple saves right in a row, being able to get everything and keep it away.
Micah Zile has been terrific so far this game, and he's had to be. Without some of these saves he's made, it could easily be 1 or 2-0 in favor of Purdue. We got a penalty in front, and I believe they're going to get Connor Dunn. Excuse me, that's Franks. I think they're going to get him for goaltender interference. He had a lot of contact with Zile. We'll see what these referees have to say. And it looks like
that was a pretty easy call on the ref's part. You know, it was all over him. The puck was nowhere near and tripping up over the goalie.
You know, it's always good to get bodies in front, but you can't be taking the goalie into the ground.
Now Purdue's going to have to go on this defense against this feisty Bulldog team and try and kill this power play.
Franks in the box, and Butler will be on the man advantage for 2 minutes. Purdue did a really good job on the penalty kill against Miami. It was a point of contention that they wanted to improve on it. The special teams were not great in their first couple of games, but it was a big reason why they were able to pick up 2 wins their last time out. Butler's able to keep it in. Shot is...
What a quick glove there by Micknock, able to snag that right out of the air.
I thought for sure that was in for a second when I didn't see the puck, but Andrew Mittenocht, the 5'8" freshman, making his presence known on this power play for Butler. Halfway through period number 1, still scoreless. Purdue has dominated play in their offensive zone the majority of the period, but now they have to work down a man and try to kill off this penalty. Long shot for the blue line. A lot of bodies in front. It's blocked before it can get to Mittenocht. Butler's able to recollect it and slipping to the ice, and it's cleared. Purdue's able to collect it. Butler's looking for a change. Troy Kirk is just waiting, and now he fires it when the Butler skaters are on. Half the penalty is gone for Butler.
You know, this has been a good power play so far for the Boilermakers. Let off a couple more shots than they might have wanted to, but still able to get guys in front of it. And Mittenocht really making his presence known. Letting this Butler team know nothing's getting past him.
35 seconds left on the man advantage for the Bulldogs. They battle behind Mittenocht. Wheeler's collecting the puck best he can in the corner. The battle continues behind. Spinning out with it is Toby. Can he clear? He rings it around the sideboards, and the puck will be cleared. 15 seconds. Butler has one last rush while they're still up a man. They send it into the corner. Back behind to play it is Wheeler. He will clear it again, and Franks is now out of the box. Even strength for Purdue. They kill off another penalty.
What a beautiful penalty kill.
Rawlings has space in front. He shoots, and it's wide.
Beautiful penalty kill by Boilermakers, kind of looking what they were wanting to. Butler was able to get some shots off, a little scary situation a couple of times, but overall making it go away.
Some more powerful hits on the sideboards, and Butler's able to clear. Collected by Nico Maricini, and he walks it through on the side. Sends it, it's blocked away by Zile. Albertson got taken to the ground. No penalty called. Puck is going to roll all the way down to Mitnocht, and he will just put a glove on it.
Man, that was a pretty decent trip there. Surprised there was no whistle, but the referee does have a better view than we do and didn't see the call.
This has been a pretty exciting game so far despite the lack of goals. A lot of chances in front for both these teams, a lot of hard hitting. Purdue collects and will look for another offensive rush. Walking it through is Ryder. In the corner he works. Now Page has it, sends it around the back to Goring. Goring drops it back for Ryder. Ryder spins in the corner. He's looking for a pass, gets it behind to Page. Now Ryder has it back behind the net. Page tries the wraparound. Zile gets the blocker to the post, and it's sent back to the corner where Butler is able to clear. They send it all the way down. It looks like this is going to be icing.
Yeah, worthy to note here, both teams are two very physical forces trying to impose their will on this ice and laid some big hits right out front and just not letting anything happen.
7 minutes to go in period number 1. No goals quite yet. Toby with another face-off win. He has been terrific in the dot today. Walking it through, and a shot is too wide from Dunn.
You got to think at what point is this Butler team going to wear down a little bit. They haven't shown any signs of it and still getting that fast physical play, but how long can they keep that up?
Another face-off win for Toby. He is just dominating in the dot today. Doucette is able to keep it in for the time being. Now it's cleared, and Groen will drop it back to center. He chips it in behind Zile. He kicks it to the corner. Dunn collects it, tries to get it over to Groen. Now it's flipped up into the Butler bench. Six and a half to go.
Seen a lot of line changes here. Both teams are tired. Both teams are playing very fast. A lot of shots going off, a lot of defensive plays. You got to be tired.
Yeah, the first half of this period was chances galore. Now both these teams have started to kind of settle in. The chances are now not as plentiful, and both teams are starting to get a little bit of a defensive grip on this game and not relying so much on their goaltenders. Doucette walks it in. Now he has his puck picked off of him. Wheeler has it. He sends it over on the side to Toby. And now the second line for Purdue will look to go to work. Sent in front. Nobody's home. The puck is kept in, and Dunn will fan on it behind the net. And Butler has it. Can they clear? No, they cannot. Doucette sends it back. Groen in front. Dunn battling with it. Big scrum in front of Zile, and it goes wide. Butler is not quite going to clear it. Groen still battling. He's the only guy on the ice for Purdue. Everyone else is looking for a change.
Now, what a fight put up there by Groen. Able to knock that puck down and try and make a play of it while his whole team was behind him trying to make a change and get some fresh skates on the ice. Still there battling right in front of the net.
He was able to get to the bench. Butler iced it yet again. And now the first line will come out. Lawari, Theodore, and Franks. Face-off won by Butler. Pickett's able to pitch up, keep it in for the moment. Now it's flipped up to center. Both teams battle for it. Pickett has it, drops it down. Theodore walks it in. Pass over. Pickett still out there, keeps it in. Franks with a shot, and he scores!
What a shot there by Franks, sniping it in. Barely anything. You could see barely any net behind that Bulldog goaltender and able to snipe that right behind him.
He goes stick side on Micah Zile, and the Boilermakers have drawn first blood. They lead it 1-0 with 5 minutes to go in the first period.
Yeah, they were just begging for that goal. They were shooting shot here left and right, and finally they were able to get one little hole, and they were able to capitalize on it.
Franks gets the goal. Pickett and Theodore will get credit for the assists, and Purdue, they've spent all that time in the offensive zone. You had to think one of them was about to go in, and it does. And they will look to hold off this lead for the last 5 minutes before they can get an intermission break. Big battle.
Purdue loves to go into these breaks leading by at least a goal. I mean, most of the home series games they have, and it's just keeping that lead and sustaining it through the rest of the periods.
Puck is sent behind by Chan. And Butler, they really haven't had that many chances. They had the one power play, had a little bit of momentum, weren't able to capitalize, and then they had, I think there's only been one Purdue turnover where they really had a chance. Other than that, it's been all Boilers in this first period. We got a whistle, and I believe we're going to get a penalty on Butler. We will. Austin Rawlings got stapled to the boards on the near side by the blue line, and Cameron Deranek will head to the box for Butler.
Yeah, it's something you can't give up if you're the Bulldogs right now. You're down a goal. You're about to go into first intermission, and now you're going to be down a man. You know, Boilers are going to pound these shots into your face, and the Bulldogs have done a fair job, you know, fighting off these shots, but how long can they keep that up?
So Purdue just got the goal. Now they're looking to add on with the man advantage. Puck is tipped up in the air. Groen tried to baseball bat it in. I believe that would have been called a high stick even if it went in. But Wheeler's able to keep it in. Now it's Groen. Now it's Franks. Back to Groen. Back to Franks. Back to Groen. Great puck movement to the side, but it's saved by Zile.
Yeah, good job to those Bulldogs getting in front of that net. As soon as they saw that puck go towards the center, they're there and making sure that puck gets nowhere near their goaltender.
The pitch and catch for Purdue. Great puck movement, but better goaltending. At the blue line, Wheeler. Franks is calling for it in front of the net. He's trying to get that tip. He wants a second goal. Puck is cleared by Butler halfway through the penalty. 3 minutes to go in period number 1.
Yeah, 1 minute left on this power play. Boilers wanted to make it possibly a 2-goal lead into the first intermission.
Walking in it is Owen. He's looking for a pass. He's got 2 guys on him. Owen recollects it. Now he sends it out to Kirk. Kirk lost it for a second. Butler has it, and they are able to flip it out. Purdue's looking to get some fresh skaters on the ice. Kirk is going to drop it back and wait for them to get on. Now he walks it ahead and drops it off for Groen. Walking it through. Maricini with a shot. Rebound. It goes wide. Dunn collects it in the corner. Drops it off Maricini. Now to Kirk on the blue line. Back to Maricini. He's looking. He fires a long shot, and it's into the chest of Micah Zile.
8 seconds left. Power play in their own zone. You know, Boilermakers, this is the kind of situation where you're going to look and get it out, snipe one out, see if you can get a couple more shots before they go back to even strength.
2:18 to go in period number 1. 8 seconds remain on the Butler penalty. Rawlings will try to win this faceoff and get one more attack going. Instead, it's cleared out by the Bulldogs. And Butler's out of the box.
What an effective power play kill by the Bulldogs there. You know, really getting in front of every puck shot.
2 minutes left to salt away for Purdue before they can take a lead into this first intermission. Puck flipped way up into the neutral zone. Back to collect it, Wheeler. Butler now has it. They're looking for an attack, but these entry passes just haven't been there. And when they do enter the zone, it's like a swarm of Purdue skaters are all over them every single time.
Yeah, it's notable, like you said. The Purdue passing play has been absolutely excellent in this first period of play, whereas the Butlers just can't seem to, you know, once they get those passing lanes, keep them open. And
that puck ended up on the back side of the net. So now they're just going to set it at the dot and settle it a different way on who gets the puck. The fourth line is out there. Page in the dot wins the faceoff, sent to the blue line and kept in by Doucette. Into the corner, Goring has it. Gets it to Stephen Lukes. Lukes battles right in front of us. Goring's able to come in with a hit and keep it in. Lukes back to try to collect. He gets it, sends it in front, hits it for Page. But he couldn't quite get a clean stick on it. Butler's able to crash. Page sends it in front, but Butler's able to collect. Can they clear? No, they cannot. Stepping in is Doucette to keep the possession alive for Purdue. Puck comes over to the side. Wheeler collects it. Trying to find his D partner, Doucette, but he's getting harassed by some Bulldog defenders. 40 seconds remain in the period. It's rung around to the left side, and Butler's able to get it out. Goring comes in with a hit. Butler walks it the other way. That shot is high and into the net above the glass. 30 seconds to go in period number 1.
Yeah, these lines on the Boilermakers are really clicking with each other, being able to make these passes, centering the puck from behind the net and giving themselves opportunities. You know, Butler's trying to just clear that puck and get it into their own offensive zone, give themselves a chance to make this game even.
Face-off won by the Boilers. Kirk has it. Not able to clear. Butler keeps it in. Sent to the slot, and it's picked off by Purdue. 19 seconds left. They have one more rush. It's sent to the zone. Off the boards, and it comes to the near side. Collected in front. Purdue couldn't quite get it. 2 seconds. Puck is cleared, and that will end the period. It was dominated by the Purdue offense. They kept Butler on their toes all period, and Dylan Franks able to strike with 6 minutes to go in the period. That's how Purdue has this 1-0 lead. We're going to head to an intermission. You're watching Purdue Boilermakers hockey. Indianapolis. The home team, well, technically both of these teams use Pop Weaver Youth Pavilion as their home arena. But the home team, in jersey-wise, Purdue, has the 1-0 lead to start. These two teams are going to play again tomorrow, where Butler will technically, by the book, be the home team. But it's two teams playing at their home arena.
And yeah, you can really see it here in the arena. You got a mix of both fans cheering on their home team.
1-0 the score in favor of Purdue. The big story in the pregame was Andrew Mittennacht, the freshman goalie for Purdue, getting the first start of his career at the collegiate level. And he really hasn't had to do much. The Purdue offense has kept the puck in the offensive zone the majority of the time. He's just been sipping his bottle and looking down at his offense going to work most of the time.
Yeah, but even when he had to step up and make those plays for the Boilermakers, recall back to that power play when he had that excellent little swipe glove save. He's made the plays where he's needed to and had a very good game for himself.
Quick shot from the blue line by Kirk goes wide. He made some saves when he needed to, but for the most part, Purdue is showing out for their freshman goaltender. And for the third time in the first minute of this period, Butler has iced the puck.
You and I were talking during the intermission. It was a very fast period of play. We went probably a whole 9 minutes without a stoppage in play, and already 3 in the first minute.
Top line out there for the Boilers. And they will look to go to work and potentially extend this lead. It was the top line that scored in period number 1. Franks got the goal. He beat Butler goalie Micah Zile to the stick side.
And one of the big highlights from the first period from these Boilermakers was their passing game. Being able to effectively move that puck all around the ice pretty much when they wanted to, and be able to give themselves opportunities to score.
Butler has, we were just talking about it, they've yet to gone on a big major attack. They are going to walk it in and see if they get one going now. Keegan Dons out there making noise for Butler. Comes to the blue line of the Bulldogs. They tried to keep it in, they couldn't. Purdue has numbers the other way, 3-on-2. Theodore walks it in, dangles, lets it down in front. Butler collects and clears.
During the Miami series, if you'll recall, we were pretty dominant on that defense. This game, the Boiler defense hasn't had to really do much.
Terrific diving block there by Logan Bain. He went down like a penguin to block that pass from getting through.
It was a beautiful look for that Boilermaker forward on that left side. Just seeing that Bulldog defender coming by and being able to poke that away was just excellently well done.
Puck is cleared. Butler moving it the other way. Matthew Shield had a chance, but again, it's multiple Boilermakers, multiple white shirts are coming to the puck at all times when Butler has a chance. Low angle shot saved by Zio, and the puck is now cleared, and it's going to be iced again by the Bulldogs. I think Mittennacht down here has been doing more of putting his hand up as to call for icings than opposed to actually saving the puck.
It's kind of a good first performance by Mittennacht. Promise if things come early in his career.
Cam Page wins the draw. Pickett with a long shot, and Micah Zile sees it through the fog and makes the save.
Yeah, no change here in this period. Boilers taking it, getting shots off, and keeping it in their offensive zone past that blue line. It's kind of looking what they've been trying to do all game, and it's working for them.
Pickett couldn't keep it in. Two Bulldogs are after him, and it's turned over at center. This is the best chance of the day for Butler. They walk it in, shot at a glove, saved by Mittennacht.
Yeah, Mittennacht really quick with that glove, been able to snag it up, stop it, and prevent that opportunity by the Bulldogs, forcing them to reset.
Terrific glove there, quick hands. And 3.5 minutes about gone in this second period. And it's, for the most part, been looking like the first. Butler's able to keep it in, shot, and saved again by Mittenach.
Looking for that goose egg from Mittenach for his opening, for his, ACHA debut. Really looking to just keep it up, show his team that, he's the future goalie for this Boilermaker team.
Makes another save on a low shot from the blue line. Wessel will clear it for the Boilers. It's sent all the way down, and now Purdue has iced it.
Got to wonder what Butler went into to their locker room trying to tell them, like, we got to get this Purdue team off their feet. We got to get this puck out and out fast. At the beginning of the game, they came out trying to push that puck down ice into their own zone. Now they're trying to take a more relaxed approach, just prevent Boilermakers from getting an opportunity.
Purdue wins the faceoff. They won, it felt like almost every single one in the first period. Ben Tobey, I believe, went, I think it was 7 for 7 in that first period. He was unflappable in the dot all period long. Wessel comes in with a big hit on Max Feltner of Butler. He got taken to the ground pretty hard. Puck is cleared by the Boilers. Butler coming out with a little bit more of offensive intensity. We've had a lot more time in their zone. That puck caromed off the boards, and Mittenach will just glove it and look for a draw.
A lot more resets to play. Both teams, trying to keep the status quo. Butler trying to get back up one, but still trying to prevent the Boilermakers from extending this lead.
Tobey into the dot looking for another face-off win, and he does not. For the first time, Butler has beat him in the face-off style. It was Nick Scharfenberger who was able to get the possession for the Bulldogs. Puck in front, it's loose, and blockered away. Saved again by Mittenach, and he's looked strong to start this second.
Well, Mittenach's taking a more active role in this game. He's already had multiple shots blocked, and he's doing a really well job.
Good poke check by Wheeler, and the puck is cleared for the Boilers, and they'll walk it through. Groen strong to the net, the pass in front, and it's scored! A second goal for the Boilers, and they're up 2-0.
Yeah, there it is again, that Boilers speed, getting down there, confusing the goalie, passing it out to the other side, and beating him every single time. That's kind of the Boilermaker special there, if I mix some phrases. Just absolutely dominating this pass game and beating the goaltender.
Connor Dunn shoveled it home off a terrific pass from Tyler Groen, who gets credit for the assist. And the Boilers lead it 2-0, 5 minutes into the second period. And just when you thought Butler was gaining some momentum, they were attacking, getting Mittenach to play a more active role in this period, make some more saves. Just when you thought the momentum was shifting, Purdue gets a rush the other way, and they tap one home, and the lead is up to 2.
That's got to be a confidence killer for these Bulldogs at home ice, going down 2 goals after not losing in, regulation at all, being down 2-0 almost halfway through the second period.
We have a penalty in the back. I couldn't really see what happened. And you want to talk about Purdue being the home team. We're 10 minutes from Butler's campus, so really this is a de facto home game, both these ones for the Bulldogs. It's going to be Franks who goes to the box, I believe, for interference. So Butler will go on the power play.
It's Butler's second power play. They didn't make much of the first one. They got a few rips off, but really nothing to show for it. They're going to try and capitalize and make this a 1-goal game again.
Purdue penalty kill has looked better in the midway point of this season. They win the draw, and it's saved in the zone. Terrific job there by Max Feltner to keep that puck in. Now he battles and comes away with it. Shot is fanned on, and a Bulldog was taken to the ice. Mittenach was able to make a save with the blocker. It's sent all the way down to the other goaltender, Zeil. A hectic first 20 seconds of this Butler power play. And they'll walk it through for another rush.
Yeah, one thing you could say about both teams here, they're fighters. You know, they want this. They want their opportunities. They want to kill this power play, or they want to make something of it, and they will do everything possible to make it happen.
Puck is collected by Groen. He makes a deke and he clears. Minute 15 to go on the Butler advantage. Long pass through center. Evan Halligan looking, drops it off for Nick Scharfenberger. Now a shot and taken to the ground in front of the net was Keegan Dons. Some big hits being laid, and Purdue's able to clear.
Pretty effective power play for the Boilermakers here. You know, not having many shots on goal, and the ones that they have had men in front of them to where they didn't even get to Mitnock. You know, he's had some workload taken off of him just for this power play alone.
We said it earlier, but Purdue has made their freshman goaltender have an easy time so far. That pass is intercepted by Aiden Owen, and he'll send it out again. Aiden Owen, that was a very important job there to collect that. Jake Pickett took a guy down in the middle of the ice, nowhere near the play. The arm went up, so he's going to be going to the box. There's a Butler skater down at mid-ice. It's Brett Barnhart. He is really slow to get up.
He looks like he's going to be able to get up and off the ice, but he was down hard. That's just something you can't do if you're Pickett. That was a big hit right in center ice, right in front of the ref. And that's a pretty easy call for him.
Barnhart had some help getting back to the bench. Pickett's going to head to the box, and I understand that, you know, you're a big defender. You're 6'3", easily a lot of pounds on you, but you can't be laying that hit at center ice and the puck's behind the goaltender.
Yeah, the coach is chirping at each other. Obviously, the Bulldog coach not happy about that. You know, one of their pretty good players out there on the ground.
Yeah, both coaching
can't be happy
staffs.
about that.
Dave Apple of Purdue and the staff for Butler, they had some not very nice words for each other in that exchange. So there's 18 seconds remaining on the original penalty from Franks. So it's 18 seconds of 5-on-3 for Butler, and then Franks will be out of the box for just a normal man advantage. Two 2-0 the lead for Purdue. We're 7 minutes into period number 2. And this is a big draw for Purdue if they can win it, with them being disadvantaged with two guys for 18 seconds. If they can win this face-off and maybe clear, that would pretty much negate that little bit of 5-on-3. They do not win it. Butler has it.
Yeah, this is an excellent opportunity for Butler. They have all the
big shot, and it's a goal. Nick Scharfenberger with a huge rip from the dot, and Butler has cut the lead in half.
Yeah, that was the chance for Butler, you know, get in a shot and make this only a 1-goal game, and they were able to in just the 18 seconds where they had a 2-man advantage.
That was the chance. They needed that one. They needed the face-off to keep the 5-on-3 for at least a little bit, and Nick Scharfenberger comes with an absolute rip of a shot. Hard to blame Mitnock on that one. I don't even know if he saw that puck, and Butler's on the board.
Hard pass out to the right side and slapped straight into his face. It's a tough one to get, but you know, Mitnock just missed it, and now they're only 1-goal lead for the Boilers, and still on a power play kill.
Toby trying to clear. He cannot. It comes down to Kirk. He flings it along the side to Wessel, but it comes all the way out to Keegan Dons. He's looking to keep it in. He has it with space. Fires a long shot, and it's gloved by Mitnock.
Yeah, there's another snapshot of that quick glove by Mitnock. You know, that's 3 by Mike Cowell, where he's just been able to snipe it right out of the air. Yeah, it's invaluable in a goalie with a quick glove, being able to see everything and immediately cover it up.
Theodore will take the face-off for Purdue right in front of us, and he wins it. Doucette could not clear. Now it's cleared. Franks has it, and he's going the other way. Big chance for Purdue. Pass, tic-tac-toe, a shot, and it's just wide.
Yeah, that's what Purdue's been trying all night, you know, out to the right side, pass left or left to right, try and beat that goalie, and just didn't work out for him this time.
Or halfway through the power play from the Jake Pickett interference penalty. Doucette staples Scharfenberger to the boards. It's a battle right in front of us for who comes out with the puck. It's Butler who comes away with it. Behind the net they look. Some more battling on the sideboards. Now it comes back to the point. Shot, fanning on the shot was Evan Halligan. Now it's sent to the side, collected by Doucette, and he will flip a grenade out to center. And it looks like we might have some, I don't know, the referee put his arm up for a second. I thought he was going to call a penalty, but he did not. 15 seconds remain on the man advantage for the Bulldogs.
Except for that one mistake by the Boilermaker defense, with that slap shot right into the back of the net. The Boilermakers have been pretty effective on this penalty kill, at 8 minutes by my count of killing this penalty. And they're able to go off with it.
Pickett is out of the box, so they're able to kill off the second penalty, but they do surrender the goal on the 5-on-3. So it's now 2-1. We're halfway through period number 2. A goal from each side in this second period. It was Dunn who got the goal for Purdue off a feed from Groen to make it 2-0, and then Jake Pickett took an interference penalty at center ice, gave Butler a 5-on-3 for only 18 seconds. They were able to win the draw, and Nick Scharfenberger with a slap shot goal has Butler a little bit closer at 2-1. Now they walk it through with speed. Puck slowly comes to Mitnock, and he sticks it to the right side. More battling on the blue line, and the puck is cleared by Purdue. Andrew Chan back with speed, looking to try to recollect the puck in the offensive zone for the Boilers. Now it's flipped out to Kirk, and Purdue will just tip it in and look for a defensive change. Pickett with it. Sends it along the side to Aiden Owen. His defensive partner walks it through. Now he drops it off. Rawlings with a pass-over shot, and it's just wide.
You get the sense that the Boilermakers here are trying to get comfortable in a lead, but when it's only a one-goal game, you can't really do that. This Butler team, is very feisty, and if they see you in an ease up on that gas pedal, they're going to take full advantage of it.
Wraparound chance, bodies flying in front, and somehow Micah Zile is able to poke that puck away and keep it out of his net. It comes back to the blue line. Pickett fires a rip, and it's just high. Butler able to clear. Two guys are taken down in the Purdue offensive zone. Two guys went down. I don't know who initiated the contact. It looks like it's going to be Cameron Daranek going to the box for the Bulldogs. And Purdue will be on the man advantage now for 2 minutes.
Purdue had one man advantage, wasn't able to make something of it, but if you're the head coach for Purdue, you're thinking, yeah, we're only up one goal. We need to make something of this, get ourselves to a 3-1 situation to where we can be comfortable enough to where we don't have to be in the offensive zone 100% of the time, even though we might want to.
Theodore will get the first draw in the offensive zone, and he wins it, but Wheeler couldn't keep it in. Butler's racing down to try to keep it there. Knocked away. It's Matthew Shield. One-man wrecking crew, but Purdue's able to break it out. Groen walking it through. He stops, and he looks for a pass, gets it to Wheeler at the blue line. Fires a long shot, and it's above the net into the back. Battling along the side. Groen gets it back in the corner. Bad pass there, and Butler's able to clear for the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty
recollected by Toby at center.
Butler's been pretty effective on trying to get that puck out. Being able to clear it past the blue line almost every chance they get, and they've been pretty good at doing it.
Franks and Samnang Smith going at it. Now Wheeler gets it at the blue line, looking, dangling, fires a shot. Deflected to the corner. It's Groen who picks it up. Back out to Toby. Looking for a lane. Fires it along the ice. Franks could not tip it in, and they get it back to Groen on the left side. Now he drops it back. Shot. Score. Purdue
Oh, what a
gets the
shot
lead
there.
back to 2 goals. It's Matt Wheeler.
What a shot there by Wheeler. You know, he saw the opportunity, he took it, and he saw the back of the net, totally taking that goaltender off his guard and just burying it right in their face and making use of that power play.
Great puck movement again. I think Zio lost a little bit of track of where that puck went. The puck went behind his net. I don't think he tracked it very well, and that was just a one-timer for Wheeler, and he banks it home.
It's a very uncomfortable and a very strange position that this Butler team finds themselves in, you know, not being down at home.
So Purdue able to get the lead back up to 2 goals. This puck blockered away off the shot by Mittennacht, who has looked strong today. He's only given up 1 goal, and it was off an absolute rip from a 5-on-3 chance for Butler. And now, I think if you're Kane Pasquette, the normal starting goalie, you gotta think he's feeling pretty good about tomorrow being fully rested, not having to play back-to-back nights.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a breather for him. Letting the young guy get a chance, show them what he can do, and maybe get back in it tomorrow.
Rawlings and Pickett trying to clear for Purdue. They can't quite do it. It's Owen who now has it on the back, and he gets it out to Chan. Chan walking it through, and he is taken to the ground. Big hit there from Butler. Mittennacht is going to step out and clear this one. Up ahead to Aiden Owen. He walks it through center. Sends it in, and Purdue will look to keep the puck in. Ryder collects it. Stops on the side. Fans on a pass. Now he gets it back, collects it, sends it back. Kirk with it. Fires a shot from the blue line. It's wide. Along the right side. It's Wessel who picks it up. And now Butler's able to clear it into the neutral zone.
You know, Purdue's looked comfortable in that offensive zone all game. You know, not being able to have to defend their own net as much as they, you know, are usually used to in this arena. They've been very comfortable and very fluid out in front of the net.
6.5 minutes before the second and final intermission. 3-1, the lead in favor of Purdue. The fourth line is out there. Page wins the faceoff. Kirk is able to get it out of the zone. Butler, I thought that puck crossed over the blue line for a second, but the refs on the ice have a much better view than I do. Nonetheless, it's Kirk walking it through center and sending it around. Ryder collects it on the right side, sends it in front, and almost a chance for Goring if that puck was able to get to him. Page with it around the back. Ryder battles, pitching up to keep it in is Wessel. He takes a shot. Now Page with it. Behind the net, it's cleared by Zile.
Yeah,
Ryder still looking for a chance.
Extend this league. One thing they want to be wary of is not getting comfortable like they were when it was 2-0. You know, as soon as it was 2-0, they let off the gas a little bit, and Butler was able to bring it back. But try to not stay comfortable. Try and extend this lead if possible, but make Butler stay on their toes on the defensive end, and it's working out for them.
Great shift there from the fourth line. Kept that puck in for a very long time. It's finally cleared. Dropping back to chase it is Wheeler. He battles with Ben Barnhart. Barnhart kind of had his stick caught a little bit with his skate, but both players able to shake free, and now Thomas Doucette will walk it ahead through the offensive zone. Groen. Shot, and he scores again. Groen with his second of the game off the back end. He walked in basically by himself, and the lead is 4-1 in favor of the Boilers.
Yeah, what a play by the Boilermaker there. He was all alone. It's just him and the goaltender, able to knock it off that backhand, put it up top shelf, and put it in the back of the net for the Boilermakers. You love to see it from this offense.
Tyler Groen walking around, says, "Don't mind if I do." Just walks in pretty much untouched, and if you're Butler, that's one you want back. You really don't want wingers just walking in through the side like that easily.
No, it's something they're going to be looking back on if they watch tape the next day and saying, how could we let that go, you know? It's a couple of these goals were like, man, wish we could try that again. We know better, but just let that one slide.
Groen with the 4th goal, 3rd of the period for Purdue. Groen, Dunn, Franks, and Wheeler have all scored today for the Boilers. 4-1, and now I think is sort of when you can maybe see Purdue not be as aggressive, try to maybe shut this game down defensively with a lead as 3.
Yeah, they're going to let off the gas pedal just a little bit, but they can't let it off too much, or this Bulldog team is going to shove it right back in their face. Throw some shots at Mitnocht and try and put some in to bring themselves back into this game.
Neutral zone face-off is won by the Boilers. That last play ended up being offsides. And we got another goal, apparently.
It's pretty fast break there. He was all alone right on that left side, able to slip it in. This is a game that this Bulldog goaltender is gonna want back. Letting out 4 goals, partner, in the second period alone. That's not great. Maybe looking to take the switch next game, but it's comforting to see his teammates back there. Reassuring him, telling him, you're good. It's all right, but that's tough.
I didn't really see that play develop. We're pretty far from that side of the ice. I looked down for a second to check some stats, and the puck was in the back of the net, Aiden. Sorry about maybe not a great call from me on that one.
This game plays fast. Both teams are really taking it to each other, and the Bulldogs calling that timeout, just trying to stop this Boiler momentum that they've built up. 3 unanswered goals, all next to each other. Stuff that, they shouldn't have been allowed to get in close and put it in the net, but they were just able to slip it right in. And, it's tough. It's real demoralizer. Now they got to figure out a way to try and get back into this game.
Butler has called a timeout. The lead is 5-1 in almost the blink of an eye for Purdue. And this is a Butler team. This is really the biggest test they've seen so far this year. They're 4-0-2, haven't lost in regulation yet, but Purdue has taken it to them so far in this second.
A little bit of chirping going on from the sides from the home side, going at the goalie. Almost a little deserved, not really. He's splashing back at him. It's just got to be a tough situation to be in if you're this Butler goalie.
4 minutes to go, and if you're Butler, you got to think if they want any chance, they need at least 1 goal in the last little gasp of this second period.
They got a tooth and claw right back into this game. They got to get it out of their own defensive zone to start. They've been thus far unsuccessful in getting it out. Relying on those blocked shots by the goaltenders and the D-man, just trying to get it out.
3.5 minutes in period number 2 remaining. Theodore keeps the puck in for the Boilers, and the puck is saved by Micah Zile.
A little bit of a scuffle going on behind the net. Just exchanging words, that's all. A little bit of friendly banter from the wear.
Yeah, this Butler defense definitely has some work to do going into tomorrow's game, because Purdue has kept the puck in their offensive zone almost the whole game.
Yeah, Purdue may be on the card, the home team, but they're making sure they know they are home. This is where they're going to shine, putting it in their face.
Puck is cleared by Butler. They send it down. It's going to be yet another icing. And that's another thing. Every time they're able to clear, they're not even bringing an attack the other way. They're just icing the puck. They've iced it easily 10 times.
Well,
I haven't been counting, but it's got to be at least 10.
At this point, the Bulldogs are just trying to get it out and stop the play, stop this Boiler team from getting more opportunities. If I were them, I would take any chance I would get to, get that puck out.
Speaking of, we got another icing from Butler.
Yeah, Yeah, it's just they're winning these face-offs in their own zone, trying to clear that puck out, but nobody's down there to receive it. They're getting all these icing calls. Or if they are there to receive it, no one else is there and getting all the way past.
This looks like almost a completely new Purdue team from the start of the year. You know, Purdue, it was rough in the first couple of series of the year. They started this year 1-5. Their special teams wasn't great. They were taking a lot of penalties, and they were giving up a lot of goals on the penalties they allowed. But since then, they won both the games against Miami, 2 conference games back to 3-5, 2-0 in conference. And they've absolutely just taken it to Butler. They've opened up a can here in this second period. They just look like a new and revamped team. I think this is a group that just maybe needed a couple of games under their belt to eventually get things going, and they look poised and ready for conference play. Big slap, and it's saved by Mittennacht.
Yeah, you got to also think this is a very young Purdue team. I don't know the exact stat line, but around 40% are true freshmen. You know, maybe they just needed to get used to this new pace of play from wherever they played beforehand and get into their own zone here. And now that they are, they're looking really good, really fluid, and be able to make the name for themselves.
Andrew Mittennacht, the freshman goalie, making his first career start. We've said he hasn't been tested much, but when he has, he's made the necessary saves. He's only given up 1 goal, and it was off a 5-on-3 slap from the point. Hard to really blame a goalie on a play like that. And I'm sure he appreciates having 5 goals of cushion to work with.
Yeah, having at least 2 starters, you know, on tonight that are true freshmen, you really got to hand it to this Purdue team who's been able to take this group of very young guys and, you know, make them work.
The senior, Alan Ryder, walks it ahead. Page couldn't quite keep it in. Now Butler walks it the other way. 2 minutes to go in the second. Nice drop-off pass. It's sent in front. It's kicked away by Feltner. He couldn't quite get a stick and a shot on it.
Yeah, that's a move we've seen reminiscent of, you know, this Purdue team trying to get it out in front, maybe passing it to the left, right side, trying to get a shot off with an open lane. It just didn't work out for him this time.
Feltner is pinned to the glass by Page. He's trying to keep the puck there. Now Purdue gets it. Ryder, nice behind-the-back pass, gets it over to Goring, and he's headed up the other way. Along the side, sent in front. Ziles way out of the crease, but he's able to get back. Butler collects, he doesn't have a stick, so he just kind of kicks it. Ryder rings it around the boards. Minute 20 to go, and Purdue's looking to just keep the puck in the offensive zone till this period ends.
You know, I really like to see this from Hill. You know, as soon as that stick came out of his head, he was hustling down the ice to help his team out any way he can, even without a stick. You know, make sure he's still a valuable player in this push, especially. Ben Tobey back into the center, pass it up the left side. Now Ben Tobey's had himself a game too, maybe not in the scorecard, but he's been there when it's needed him, when the team mattered in the face-off dot. You know, making sure his presence was known. Only 45 seconds left to go in this first period, and Purdue up 5-1. I got to think this Butler team is going to go back angry and come out even angrier, trying to get back, find a way to get back in this game. They need 4 at least to even tie and have the chance to go to overtime.
30 seconds remaining, and Purdue's looking for another attack. Pickett and a chance in front, but couldn't get a clean stick on it. 22 seconds. Butler collects it. They cannot get it out. Owen keeps it in. Along the side and knocks it around for Pickett. 9 seconds remaining. Dunn taken to the ground. Tobey can't get a puck on it. It's flipped out and back near Mittennacht. That will end period number 2. Purdue puts up 4 goals and they lead it 5-1. They'll look to salt it away in the third. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Quincy Velde, Aiden Vrotny. You're watching Purdue Boilermakers Hockey. Welcome back for period number 3 of Boilermakers hockey against the Butler Bulldogs. And Aiden, it's been all Purdue 5-1 thanks to a 4-goal second period.
Yeah.
If you're Butler, you know, things just haven't gone right for you. Haven't even really been able to clear the puck. How do you even think about starting to come back in this game? Because while improbable, it is possible to come back from down 4 goals in this third. I mean, we saw it earlier this year with the second game against Notre Dame. Purdue was up 4-0, surrendered 5 goals in the third. If you're Butler, what's the message to the team? What do you got to do to be that team?
I mean, at this point, you got to get angry. You got to play this physical game. You got to get the puck out of the Boiler offensive zone. You got to get it out. You got to give yourself opportunities to, score here. Most of the second period, if not all, was played right there in front of your own net. You got to get it out. You got to not ice the puck. You got to give yourself opportunities, and they just haven't been able to most of this game.
I think if you're Purdue, I think the message has to be just keep playing the way you've been playing. Be aggressive. Try to keep that puck down in your offensive zone.
Yeah, don't let off this gas right when you're about to seal the game away. The Boilermakers are trying to get it down in front of the goalie, keep it there, and really just ice this one off.
Yeah, a lot of teams, they try to crawl into a shell maybe a little bit too early, and it can kind of screw up their rhythm, and that's when you see maybe some comebacks happen. So I think if you're Purdue, keep the pedal on the gas and send a message for tomorrow that says, we're here to play.
We also saw it earlier with this Purdue team, earlier in the season that is. They would get up a couple of goals and then immediately, let up and just give it back to the other team to have a chance to win it.
Groen, I believe, is going to get called for a trip. It's either him or Pickett. It's going to be Pickett who goes to the box for the second time today. I don't know about that one. These refs have been letting quite a lot go. I think to call that in that spot might be a little bit of a stretch, but Butler needs a chance, and they're going to get one here.
This is the chance for Butler. Get back your momentum. Don't let the Boilermakers kill this penalty yet again. Last time their one and only goal was on a 5-on-3, a power play opportunity. They got to get this. They got to get this puck back. Give themselves a chance. Score it. Maybe only make it a 3 instead of 4-goal game, and then eventually, you're back into this game. Get the momentum back on your side.
Pickett had, in my opinion, the best play of the game when in the first period, he came down with a pinch, stole the puck from a Butler forward, and gave a nice little spin pass to Franks for the first goal, but he took his second penalty of the game just now, and Purdue's killed off the first 40 seconds. Puck comes all the way down to Zile, and he sets it aside for Tucker Hill.
You got to think Bulldogs are coming out of this one angry. They don't like being shown up, especially at their technically home ice in front of all of their fans. They're going to come out here and try and pound this back in the Boilers' face and keep it in their zone.
Halfway through the penalty kill for Purdue. They're looking strong. 50 seconds remain. Shot goes wide of Mittennacht.
Only 2 shots in the first minute of this power play for the Bulldogs. You gotta get some more shots in.
There's a shot right into the chest of Andrew Mittennacht, the true freshman, 5'8", from Mequon, Wisconsin, the first-year engineering major in his first start in the pipes. And he hasn't been tested a lot, but when he has stood strong, and he's only allowed the 1 power play goal.
The big plus on his side. He's got that fast glove.
Here's a chance. Breakaway coming in. Tyler Groen tries to go 5-hole on Zile, but he shuts the door in time.
Yeah, good puck tracking, good stop by the Bulldog goaltender there. All alone right in front of the net. It's not a place you like to be. Good job preventing that shorthanded goal.
The breakaway save, at least for now, will prevent the final nail's descent onto Butler's coffin. But there's still a lot of work to be done for the Bulldogs to get back and even make this game competitive of sorts.
Yeah, one effective kill by Boilermakers there, only allowing 3 or so shots onto Mitnock. You know, keeping the pressure off of him and really making that kill effective.
17 minutes left in the third. Both teams looking to get some fresh skaters on the ice here. Purdue, both teams are going with a whole new 5 from who was just on the ice.
Having some trouble here at the gate. Oh, penalty.
Butler will look to win this offensive zone draw, and that's another thing. That's another area where Purdue has just dominated. It's the face-off dot. Andrew Chan just went to the box, I believe, for tripping. So Butler will have 2 more minutes of a man advantage.
Yeah, refs getting a little more calls on this. You know, first 2 periods, there were a lot of plays that could have been called. Not many of them did get called. But now
another chance, walking it through. Theodore with a shot, but it's saved away by Zile.
Yeah, Butler's got to make opportunity. You know, they didn't get it on their first try. Let's see if they can get it again. They got to get back into this game somehow.
They walk it through, shot into the chest of Andrew Mitnock. .127 left on the Butler power play.
You know, not as much time spent in the Boiler offensive zone now for Purdue. You know, maybe they're letting off the gas just a little bit. You know, it's a little scary if you're watching that game.
Puck is cleared, and Zile will drop it off. Franks is coming after him, but he gets it around the other side. Franks with a big hit in the back, and Purdue has it at center. They walk it through, short-handed. Shot by Owen, save, rebound, just goes far of the post.
That was an inch away from being a shorthand goal by Owen. You got to think, man, I wish I could try that one again. That was a brilliantly played by Owen, and even more brilliantly saved by the goaltender.
He definitely had that chance. That was really close. Puck cleared down again, and once again, Toby out by the goaltender, but the pass is made up ahead to Matthew Wilder. Walking in with speed is Evan Helleman. It's a delayed penalty. Zile on his way to the bench, but now Purdue has touched the puck. He'll have to go back.
Doesn't this seem a little familiar to you? 5-on-3.
5-on-3 for less than 25 seconds. We'll see if Butler can capitalize again. They got 24 seconds remaining on the Chan penalty, and now Pickett is back in the box for the 3rd time today.
That's something you gotta prevent. Taking all these penalties, giving Bulldogs this opportunity. The scoreboard may not show it, but they have had a lot of chances to make something of it.
We mentioned how big that faceoff was back when Butler scored their first goal. This time Purdue wins the faceoff, and they're looking to bring it up the other way. Coming through with speed, dangling, shooting is Toby, and it's just wide. Man, they were inches away from a 2-man shorthanded goal.
It's something you like to see from your captain there, taking that puck solo down, dangling, and trying to get that backhand shot when you're shorthanded. And now it's only a 5-on-4.
Chan is out of the box. Butler looking to set up a play. They've been on the man advantage for a while, and this time they get the goal. Cam Derenick from just behind the face-off circle, and the lead is cut to 3.
Yeah, that's just something you're giving up. You know, he had that look from the right side going up over the right shoulder of Mitnock, and you know, able to snipe that in, making it only a 3-goal lead. You know, maybe not time to panic for Boilers, but maybe time to put your foot back on the gas to try and put this one away.
So Butler, they've taken one step on the long journey back. It's now 5-2. And if you're Purdue, the focus has to be, at least for the time being, just quit it with the penalties. That's really the only way Butler's been able to score all day. Both their goals have come via the man advantage. Here's a chance, wrap around, not quite. Purdue keeps it in. Long shot and a glove saved by Micah Zile.
That's kind of the story of the evening. Purdue with all of these penalty minutes, every time they've gone down 5-3, they've let a goal up. It's tough to see. It gave so many opportunities to these Bulldogs, able to kill most of them, but when they can, it costs them.
Theodore wins the faceoff. Slap shot by Franks is wide. Collecting it is Drew Laware, sent on and wide. Collected by Ben Barnhart, and he will clear it out.
Yeah, the key at this point for the Boilermakers is stay out of the penalty box. Keep it in your offensive zone, prevent those penalties.
Franks walks it in, shoots, and it's saved by Zio. He has looked a lot more sharp in this period. Now we got some pushing and shoving. Sam-Nang Smith getting into it a little bit with Drew Laware.
Yeah, you love to see it. These Bulldogs are coming out feisty, protecting their goaltender, as they should. He takes a shot to the chest there and a little bit of tripping up in front of the net. But you got to love to see when players come to protect their goaltender.
The Butler fans have been getting a little bit more vocal in these last couple of moments. Their squad trying to come back. This puck is sent all the way down. Stephen Luke sent it back to the blue line, but nobody was home. Pickett is back. He'll try to clear it. Puck almost turned over. It's cleared for the moment. Long shot gets behind Mitnocht, and the Boilers will recollect. They walk it through now. Austin Rawlings around the edge with speed, cutting to the net. Pass in front, and it's just wide. That was a beautifully set up, but Nico Maricini couldn't quite get the clean shot. Butler now has it the other way. Darenick, who had the goal moments ago, walks it in, but Purdue were able to rally and recollect the puck. Scramble for it. Multiple possession changes in the defensive zone. Pickett has it, and he is able to get it out, and Purdue will look for another attack.
Yeah, it's noticeable.
Chan takes a big shot into the boards. Butler's coming with the physical play.
At least 2 tripping goals that the Boiler bench is very feisty about. They're not calling them. People going down on the ice, no whistles.
12:50 to go in the game. Butler still needs 3 goals to tie this game up and force overtime. They're coming out with some hits, and they look a lot stronger here in this third.
Yeah, you can tell they're playing angry. They're playing feisty. They want to get back into this game, and it's really paying off for them so far.
12 and a half minutes left. Page has it for Purdue, fires a shot, and it's gloved by Zile.
Playing a little bit of catch with the goalie, trying to saucer pass up, trying to maybe make him think it's coming in fast and slow, but that Bulldog goaltender able to scoop that up fairly easily.
Keegan Dons takes the faceoff for Butler. He ties up with Page. It comes out. Purdue keeps it in. Long shot. Zile blocks it away. He had to see that one through a lot of traffic. Ryder has it. Sends it in front, and another great save by Zile.
Now he's much better in this period, staying in front of the puck, not letting it get to the side of him. These passing lanes have closed up for the Boilermakers, not to be able to be as effective as they once were.
Well, we were talking in the intermission about how Zile did not look great, and we were surprised Butler didn't go to a goalie change, but he has almost been standing on his head so far in this third period, making a lot of strong saves. We're going to get a penalty, and it's going to be a slash on Sam Waldrop of Butler, so Purdue will go back to the power play.
Purdue's been looking for these calls all night. Both the coaches and the players getting very angry at these refs. Finally get one to go their way and see if they can extend this lead and try and get back to that 4-goal lead that they had at the intermission and feel a little bit more comfortable again than they once were.
That's really the last thing you want if you're Butler trying to come back. You really don't want to be down a man.
Giving them opportunities. It's a scary position for the Bulldogs.
Purdue wins the draw. They keep it in, and really, I think the primary goal here might not even be to score. It's just don't allow a breakaway shorthanded. Just cycle the puck, make your passes, and salt this clock away when you can. Groen drops it back for Toby. looking for space, sends it in front. Pass gets all the way through. Stepping in to keep it in is Owen. Franks to the front and a shot. It's too high. Theodore let it rip.
Boilermakers constantly looking for Cole Theodore. Has done a good job sitting in that center, trying to look for a deflection back into that goal. And they just weren't able to get that one off.
They're keeping it in so far. Butler hasn't had a chance to clear 40 seconds into the play. Franks tries the backhand, but he can't get it past the post. Theodore kicks it out. It's collected, and the Bulldogs will clear it all the way down.
Although they have no goal to show for it, that was a good first minute of that penalty for the Boilermakers, getting shots off, trying things, and trying to get back up another goal.
Yeah, especially when you're up, you'll take keeping that puck in the zone for a solid minute. They'll look to keep it the same. Toby sends one in, but it gets all the way through with no deflection. Groen has his puck poke checked away from him and sent all the way down. Mitt knocked out of the net to play it. He'll just stop it for Owen, who collects it as the rest of the Boiler skaters look for a change.
You know, Aiden Owens quietly been making a game for himself, you know, being able to disrupt this Bulldog offense and being able to give the Boilermakers some offensive opportunities. You know, a couple shots on the penalty here and there.
Puck is sent in. Page delivers a hit. Purdue looking to keep this puck in. Only 9 seconds on the man advantage. Low shot on the ice, saved by Zile. Stepped in and kept in by Kirk. Drops it along the back for Maricini. Dangles and looks through. Low shot, saved away. Page has it back. The penalty is over for Butler. This puck is shot on, saved by Zile, and he will cover with 9.5 to go in the third period.
You know, this is really where the Purdue, you know, team likes to be, in their offensive zone, taking shots at the goalie. It's where they made most of their goals, you know, trying to keep peppering the goalie, make him tired, get those shots off, and make him make the mistakes. It's really working out for them, and they're trying to continue it here in this third period.
Face-off won by Scharfenberger. He had the first goal for Butler back in the second period on the 5-on-3. Purdue looking to keep this puck in the zone, and it's turned over, and Lawari tried to get it back to the blue line, but Butler's able to clear it out. 9 minutes to go. Butler's still down by 3. Behind they battle. Purdue, they're just keeping it in. This is really all they have to do for this last 9 minutes to salt this game away. It's what they've done the majority of this game. That shot is high.
You got to feel kind of good if you're Purdue here. You're able to control the puck pretty easily in your own zone and make sure they know you're still in this game.
Great save again by Zile. He is definitely not letting his team go down easy. Butler, they had a guy up ahead. I thought maybe they were going to have a breakaway, but Evan Halligan couldn't quite get open for the pass. Puck comes to the side of Mitnock that he will cover.
Yeah, Purdue let up on the gas a little bit, let away a goal, a couple penalties. Now they're right back in it, you know, getting in the offensive zone, peppering the goalie, making sure that they know they're not gonna lay off this team and make Butler make the plays to save their game.
Big tie up, and the ref did not even drop the puck yet.
Both teams itching at the post to try and do something. You know, Butler's not gonna be happy if they lose this one.
Butler trying to, I guess, gather a little bit of momentum for tomorrow. That puck is scored! What a shot by Chan!
Wow, you can't even see the gap in the top shoulder there. He's going top shelf with that backhand. That is a very difficult shot in the angle he had. He's able to masterfully snipe that in.
Chan goes bar down right over the shoulder of Micah Zile, and that might be the knockout punch.
What a goal there by Chan. You know, you can't script it much better than that. You got one defender on your butt there. You see that little gap, you go for it. You might as well, you know, and you're able to snipe that in. What a goal.
6-2. The Boilers have the lead back to 4. Andrew Chan along the sideboards with speed. The backhander up over the shoulder of Micah Zile, and that should be all she wrote for this one, barring a historic collapse. But the way Purdue's been playing, you got to be feeling pretty comfortable with a 4-goal lead in 8 minutes.
Yeah, you know, they felt really good with the puck all game. You know, being able to comfortably pass it, keep it with them.
Here comes Rawlings with a chance. Now he stops. He'll just try to keep it in for the Boilers. They might look to add on and give Butler a little statement to think about heading into tomorrow's matchup.
Yeah, don't ever count out this Boiler team. You know, going further in the playoffs than, you know, anyone really expected, and starting out the season not with a great taste in their mouth, and finally getting back to their old form and really putting it back into it.
Purdue finished last year 22-5. This year they started the year 1-5. But 2 great games against Miami, and now they've taken it to the Bulldogs in a big way here from game number 1 of this series.
You know, after that road trip, the Boilermakers have really come back to these 2-in-a-row home series, you know, bye week in between them, really fiery and really in sync, making sure that they know this game.
3-0 in conference play, but should they continue off this win. And Butler, they haven't lost in regulation yet, but it's looking like that's what's going to happen tonight. 7:10 remain in the 3rd period.
You know, riding with this team coming down here from West Lafayette, you can tell this is a good group of guys who really want to make something of themselves, and they're being able to do it here.
These two, like we've said, will play again tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern, same arena. Both these teams use this arena as their home arena. So Purdue is the de facto home team today on the scoreboard. Tomorrow they will be the visiting team. And I think that really the only thing that's going to change is whether or not they get the train horn when they warm up. That's really all it is. The hand is up. Mitnock is on his way to the bench. Butler has taken another penalty. Ryder has the puck, and he's looking to waste as much time as possible. Delayed call. Purdue looking to walk it in and extend this power play potentially. Theodore couldn't cleanly collect the pass. Now they get it back to the blue line. Theodore sends it around. Now Butler will tap it, and with 6:17, Purdue will have yet another man advantage.
Yeah, that's something you can't do if you're Butler. You're down 4 goals. You only have 6 minutes left on the clock, and you're letting up a penalty. Yeah, it spells danger for this Butler team. Hopefully they can try and bounce back, you know, limit Purdue's opportunities tomorrow, but as of right now, they're just handing it to them.
Ben Barnhart will go to the box. And Purdue, they're saying, why not? Let's add on. 4's not enough. Groen waits on the side.
Really making a statement after maybe a disappointing start to their season, coming up and, you know, facing the number 2 team in their division and making a name for themselves, really.
Wheeler along the side to the center. Theodore lets it rip, and it's tapped away. Low shot saved by Micah Zile. Groen now, pass a little wide. And if you're Purdue, you got to feel confident that you were able to win by this big of a margin with a true freshman goaltender making his first career start. That puck is tapped in. Groen with his second goal of the day, and it's 7-2 Boilers.
Yeah, this Butler team is really banged up and demoralized at this point. You know, after letting up, 2 goals in the 3rd period when they're already down so much, it just stings. You know, it's a little salt in the wound there. Really demoralized, hoping, you know, maybe put one by the back of the net and come back fresh tomorrow.
2 goals for Groen. We'll see if he could finish off the hat trick in these final 5.5 minutes. I wouldn't put it past him.
No, and especially not how this offense is, you know, forming together, you know, making a name for themselves and, you know, really being able to move this puck efficiently.
I'd imagine this is going to be a Butler team that comes out angry tomorrow after getting embarrassed tonight on their home ice.
You know, we noted at the beginning of the game that Butler came out fast and feisty. You know,
They did, and even after they scored the second goal, they were coming out with some big hits. It's just been hard for them to maintain that this whole game. Purdue has been buzzing around, collecting the puck, and just keeping it in their zone. I think Butler's going to need to – I think the goal for them should be keep that intensity all 3 periods, not just when you have the momentum.
Maybe Butler came out just a little strong.
Here's another chance. Chan is back again looking for more. He got double-teamed and lost the puck. And now he comes with a huge hit right in front of us. A big scrum is happening. Chan got buried after that hit by 3 Butler defenders.
Number 14 is down. He had a big face to the boards there. That couldn't have felt good. Bell rung there.
That's
He's
44 Jack Parsons.
Ice, but that did not look good.
A little bit of chippiness here. 2 physical teams that play in the same conference, and no love is lost between them in this game. I think they're sending Chan to the box, and they are. I don't necessarily know what for. That looked like a pretty decent hit from my vantage point. It looked like
they're calling it boarding, and yeah, that's something that you're risking that player's safety. That was a very, very hard hit. Maybe not intentional. You know, looking for an injury. I hope that's not the purpose, but
it was a hard hit. I could definitely see.
Still a big hit nonetheless, and I think Chan's going to serve the time.
I think if we're in a 1-1 game with 5 minutes left, I don't think that's a penalty. I think with a 5-goal lead, you say you didn't need to hit him that hard.
Yeah, Butler obviously upset about that hit. It was a very scary situation to see number 14 not moving on the ice, on the floor. He was able to get up, but, you know, apologies, 44, not able to get up, but eventually did get up.
Yeah, Parsons, the defenseman for Butler, was able to get back to the bench under his own power.
Looks like he'll get a 5-minute major penalty for that one.
Yeah. Hard to see. That play was directly in front of us along this glass that's sitting a foot in front of me. But I can't see where the puck is when it's along the board. So I thought the guy, that Parsons in the corner had the puck. I don't think he did, and I think that's why.
Chan came in fast and behind, was able to shove his head right into the boards. You know, it was something you should call if you're the ref. That was just a big hit in a scary situation.
Coming through with speed is Toby. Shoots and he scores. 8-2, the lead for the Boilers.
That is the second shorthanded goal for the Boilers at home this season. That is something. Ben Toby, all alone, right in front. You gotta love to see that. That hypes up that Purdue bench.
8 seconds from being down shorthanded. Toby squeaks past the defense, and Butler now down 6.
Absolutely demoralized Butler right now. You know, taking the beating to him. Probably going to hand them their first loss unless a miracle happens for him here.
Well, it was 1-0 Purdue after the first, and then Purdue came out with those 4 goals in the second to make it 5-1, and then Butler scored not too long into this third. It was 5-2 with about 15, 14 minutes left. You thought, okay, you know, this is a team that's maybe coming with a little bit of a run. They're coming with the physicality, and it's just been 3 unanswered from Purdue. They've taken it right back to them, and they have a dominating 6-goal lead right now.
Yeah, you got to coming home to West Lafayette tonight, but Purdue's going to feel good. You know, it's got to feel good to come up against the second-ranked team in your conference, only trailing IU by a single point, and absolutely bringing it home to them.
Purdue's going to be shorthanded the rest of this game. The penalty from Chan came with 5:02 to go in the game, 5-minute major. So for the rest of this game, Purdue's going to be down a man, but I don't think they quite care too much.
I mean, you got to say, too, what a debut by Mitnocht.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Not many opportunities to prove himself, but when he had those opportunities and was able to see that, to show that glove of his, he was able to.
Another Bulldog is down, and now we got some fisticuffs. Some fists and punches have been thrown right by the net. Toby is in it. Pickett is in it.
Yeah, there are going to be some penalties and
Deneric
possibly
is
some
in it.
game suspensions from this.
It was
Looks like
Deneric
for
and
Purdue-
Aiden Owen who were going at it. There's a chance, I think, one of the two, if not both, could be sent off.
Yeah, it looks like it started from when the first Bulldog player went into the boards, was down hurt, and Bulldogs came to rush to his offense, and someone started swinging.
This has been a hard-hitting third period despite the non-competitive score, and Butler not taking too kindly to that.
No one going to the box.
The referees will discuss, and it looks like we're going to have – there's got to be somebody going to the box after a scrum like that, I would imagine.
One would think, but no one's been dragged there yet. Looks like it could happen here soon.
I think the most likely guys to get sent off are Cam Deneric of Butler and Aiden Owen of Purdue. Those are the two that I think were doing the majority of the fighting in that scrum. I did see Owen throw a punch at one point, and Deneric grabbed him in the back. There were a lot of stuff involved in that scrum. We'll see what our referees end up deciding. It's all academic and paperwork with 3 minutes left in a 6-goal lead.
You know, if you're Butler, you're not too upset about it. You got two big hits, two faces right into the glass, and you want to defend your players. You know, that's something you don't like seeing. And I honestly don't blame them for going to defend that. We got two players on the floor in the ice.
We got two guys in the principal's office, it would seem. It's Tucker Hill for Butler, and I can't see the number of the Purdue skater.
It's been Toby for Purdue.
It's Toby. All right, so are those the two captains? I think that's what they're. I think this is just discussion between the two captains saying, "Look, we got 3.5 minutes. Enough."
Yeah, you can't be fighting in this league. As much as they might want to drop those gloves, that's not allowed. You don't care how much you're angry at each other.
Both benches just kind of waiting for play to resume.
Waiting for this call, trying to figure out what's going on here, what's going to happen. Looks like we'll get back to play here. No one yet being pulled to the box. We'll go talk with the coach. Ref's going to go talk with the coaches here.
We got some Taylor Swift playing in the arena, and she's playing about 20 minutes from here at Lucas Oil Stadium. I know.
Gotta love to see it. Come see Purdue hockey and Taylor Swift.
I mean, why go to the Taylor Swift concert where you can just listen to Taylor Swift at the hockey game?
Exactly.
We still have some referees talking with 3.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, it looks like these refs and linesmen are going to be having words with the coaches, telling Coach Apple for Purdue to calm your voice down maybe a little bit, and going to have the same words for the Bulldogs coach. But no, looks like number 70 is going to get a 5-minute penalty for the Bulldogs.
I don't see a number 70 on the Butler roster.
Oh, and Aiden Owen.
It's going to be Owen who picks up the 5 minutes for the punch. And I don't see a number 70 on the roster for Butler. I believe it's Cam Deneric, who's number 7. I believe that's who's getting sent off.
We're just seeing it on the scoreboard here. We have not yet seen a man go to the box physically yet. Where 44 is walking back to the locker room, however. And recall that was a man pushed into the boards with a scary situation. Number 4, Jake Pickett going back too.
His refs might need to channel their inner West Macaulay. 5 minutes for fighting.
Yeah. Oh, looks like we did get a man go to the box for Butler. It was number 7.
It was number 7. They mistyped it on the scoreboard. So it is Cam Deneric and Aiden Owen who are getting sent off. Pickett, it looks like Pickett is also getting sent off. Pickett was actually in the locker room, and they pulled him out of the locker room, and now he's into the box. I believe so. The scoreboard only has room to show 2 penalties from each side, but I believe they're throwing Pickett in the sin bin as well as Aiden Owen.
We'll still have a 5-on-4 here. No men off the ice, but still in the box nonetheless.
Yeah, so since they were coincidental fighting penalties, they just kind of offset. So now you have the same amount of players on the ice. It's still a man advantage for Butler thanks to the earlier 5-minute major from Chan, but now you just have 4 more people in the box.
Yeah, and this looks like these penalties will carry over and put Purdue at a disadvantage next game. Maybe
that is one thing.
We'll have to see what will come.
I don't quite know I think it's 1 game
possibly
for fighting. Not quite sure, but that's really not something you want to see when you're up 6 goals.
No.
I understand you want to bring the hits and you want to make a statement.
You want to make the plays that are going to get in the headlines, but why bring it to yourself when there's this little time left in the game?
It's just unnecessary with a 6-goal lead, in my opinion.
Maybe if there were these two teams were, neck and neck the entire game, but Purdue's pretty much run away with it, and now they're just tacking unneeded penalty minutes on top of it.
2.5 minutes left for Purdue to tick off the clock. All in all, Andrew Mitnock is going to get his first career collegiate hockey victory at his first career start. The true freshman from Mequon, Wisconsin, collecting the win today. Only allowed 2 goals, both of which were on the power play, too. Hard to really blame him on both of them.
I think his family are watching and being very proud of their son, coming out, trying out for this Purdue team, making it his freshman year, not only, but being able to start is, something unbelievable, and getting a win on the first game is.
So the question tomorrow is, will we see Kane Pasquette come back? He's the primary goalie for Purdue. I heard he suffered a little bit of an injury, but
just a little bruised up in the last game versus Miami, seen by the trainer. Looked like he got a clean bill of health, but they went with Mitnock here tonight.
I would say if he's in a clean bill of health, I'd imagine we see him tomorrow. But I guess if he's knocked up a little bit, you don't want him starting both games of the next series. At least let the freshman play one, and well, he's looked good so far.
Suited up on the sideline there, maybe ready to go in if Mitnock weren't having as good of a game.
1:15 to go here from Indianapolis. And Purdue is going to get their 3rd win in a row, 3rd in conference play as well. Butler, for the first time this season, they will lose in regulation. Their record will fall to 4-1-2. Purdue will improve to 4-5.
Yeah, you like to see if you're Purdue trying to climb back up those rankings after being down so much, almost last in the division, trying to climb back up and really prove that you're not the pushover team in your division. Try and make a name for yourself going down the stretch. Now,
on the ACHA page, it has their overall record for the standings. Now, I don't know if when it comes to playoffs for the ICHC conference, if it comes down to overall record or just conference record. I would assume it's just conference record, but you never know. 20 seconds to go. Puck flipped into the defensive zone, and it looks like Butler is content to just let the final ticks of this clock fall away.
Yeah.
Your final 8-2, Purdue wins it over Butler.
And what a statement victory, really. Purdue came into this game thinking, all right, we're facing a tough team. We gotta do something here. We gotta make a name for ourselves after letting up a bunch of games early in the season. They've really showed who they are into the season and made a name. You had some questionable calls and no calls in this game. You got to be happy if you're Purdue.
Mitnock gets his first career win. Purdue with their 3rd straight in conference. These two will be back at it tomorrow. The Boilers will look for a sweep. You could find tomorrow's broadcast on this exact same channel, Purdue Boilermakers Hockey, at 2:30. For myself, Aiden Vrotny, all of us at Purdue Hockey, thank you. And have a great extended Halloween weekend, everybody. Good night.
See you tomorrow.